What's going on, butt scratchers? Yep. It was a Wednesday, 10:29 a.m. Just got hooked up, did a little pre-trip, heading out. Checked in from Topeka the other day when I was trying to be a mechanic. Failed miserably. Road call ended up coming out doing it, which was a good thing anyways, because he ended up having to screw with a bunch of the airlines. They needed new junk on him. He had to put new like pipe or hose goo on him and shit. And oh, that truck looks familiar over there, huh? Oh yeah, look at that truck over there, sitting on the line for sale. Right there, baby. My old truck, right there. Oh, crap. He's had some extra work done on it. So anyway, going down to Brownfield, Texas again. Pick up a load of peanuts, going right back to Topeka again, and then I'm picking up a load of Hostess over in Edgerton again. I should be back in town. It's Wednesday now. I should be back in town by Saturday. It doesn't drop until Sunday evening at 1800 here in Lubbock. So get back, I can spend a night at home, go over and drop that on Sunday. See what happens after that. Probably sit around another day or two waiting for a load, because I don't know, things are just continually slow. So it's wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, the guy came out on the road call though. He came over from Topeka Trailer Service or whatever. He was there within like 20 minutes after I called in. Like they just called somebody and came right over. It was great. He come over. He needed the tool also. It's called an easy out. It's like a flangeable ratchet, you know, that goes inside of the piece that was busted on the air tank. They could ratchet it out instead of having to use a punch to get it out. He shows up and says, oh man, I don't have my easy out with me. Another guy from the shop had to bring it over. And but he did that. He had to pull all the air hoses off and stuff. They had to replace some stuff on there and everything too. So immediately he was like, he knew too. He's like, yeah, this thing's all screwed up. So I wouldn't have been able to fix it for nothing. So if anybody's never been to Lubbock before, beautiful Lubbock. Wonderful, beautiful. Out here in Pancake Land. No hills, no valleys, no peaks. Lubbock is considered like Amarillo. It's in the high plains, because I think Lubbock sits around somewhere like 3,000 to 3,500 feet elevation. So that's where you get a little bit more severe weather during the winter. Get some snow, colder temperatures, more wind. There's a lot of wind up here in the prairie. I call it south, you know, high plains, southern plains. It's get a lot of wind here, a lot of dust. It's kind of like being here is a mix between East Texas, you know, Dallas and all that kind of stuff, where it's more muggy. It gets muggy here, but then you got New Mexico is 100 miles away, and it gets more into desert. So you kind of, like Lubbock sits right on this line between muggy East Texas and desert New Mexico, you know, or West Texas. Kind of a, I mean, it's actually kind of a cool mix. But so anyway, yeah. Short story long. Guy came over, had it fixed in about an hour. The piece that I had brought was the right one. He just used it. That minimizer brass piece, or reducer, or whatever you want to call it. But he used that, replaced some stuff on the airlines and everything, and buttoned it all back up, hooked up, plugged it in, shot air through it. Took a couple minutes to fill up the air tank and all that kind of stuff, but everything was good, no leaks, air wasn't dropping, so good to go. Shot over to Edgerton from there, ended up waiting overnight until my load was ready the next day. Got loaded in Edgerton about 14:40 the next day. It was 700 miles back to Lubbock. Had to go to McLean Food Service out here by the next night at 1800. I showed up at 1500, checked in. They gave me a door right away. I was like, sweet, maybe I'll get out of here in decent time. Nope. Didn't get out of there until 23:30 that night. I was there 8.5 hours. But they didn't start receiving until 1800 anyway, so. And then they were finally digging into the truck by 1900. I felt the trailer moving and stuff. I caught a nap, just hung out. This time I'll be home a day early, so I'll be back, spend the night at the house, spooning with Selena, big old birdie, and then go and drop the load next night, Sunday night. Yeah, if nobody's ever been to Lubbock though, see, it's a nice day. It's 65 degrees out and breezy. It's nice, temperate, cool. Weather's nice today. You see that? Lubbock's got some little high rises and stuff. About 250,000 people in Lubbock. I like it here. You know, I've been talking about the thing with my folks going on, my mom's health problems. You know, contemplate if we got to move back to Vegas to help them out. It'd be a real shame because I like Lubbock. I really dig living in Texas. It's nice out here. It's mellow, as opposed to living over in like the major metros. You know, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, even El Paso and stuff. Just Lubbock has mainly everything you need. It's got all the normal shopping, all the Walmarts and malls and Targets, and it's got Texas Tech University is right out here. You know, it's a major university. It's got sports, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's like this is the worst traffic you'll see in Lubbock on the freeway. I'm cruising along 65 miles an hour through town. Yeah, this is the worst. This is the worst it gets. How much you like that? You know, just like some of the surface streets, especially over here on the southwest side of town. It's the newer area. It gets a little bit more busy, but like over here on the east side of town, it's dead. It's just industrial and stuff and some neighborhoods, but you know, it's a little bit more of the ghetto area on the east side of town. Downtown's got some ghetto. I wouldn't even call it ghetto, just, you know, it's a little bit sketch, but it's been pretty nice. We live on the south side of town out here, below the loop, the 289 loop. We live south of there. It's a nice area, decent, good neighbors. I kind of like it. Now we're talking about, like, if we have to move, we will. But actually, we really don't want to. So we're actually kind of happy in Lubbock. So I could see even moving further out of Lubbock eventually. So that was a trip through Lubbock. Get on down to Brownfield, get these peanuts loaded, and head on out. So we'll check back in a bit. So just got loaded out here at the peanut place in Brownfield, Texas. Groovy, man. Yeah, it usually takes a minute to get out of here. Just enough traffic, and you got just the median here is narrow. It's like there's just enough traffic to hold you up one way or the other for a minute. Well, I might squeeze out here pretty quick. There's been times I've actually sat here a few minutes. Because when you get out here, there's no little on-ramp for you or anything. It's just straight up dive across the road. So I got about 45,000 pounds of peanuts. It's these big totes, 2,200 pound bags of peanuts. They're big white bags that they just stack in there. I'm maxed out about 79,600 pounds right now. Gonna head back up into Brownfield here. It's just, I'm a few miles south of Brownfield. There's a place called Birdsong Peanuts. Look it up. Let's see where I was, man. So I just texted into dispatch that I was loaded. Of course, they're saying take your time because the roaster at the Mars plant in Topeka is down. So when I get there, there's not going to be an empty for me to pick up. So they said take your time getting up there. I'm like, great. Just what I love to hear, man. Holding me up. So take the old slow boat. Now, I'll still make my way part way up there today. It's already almost 2 p.m. now. If I can get over to Oklahoma somewhere this evening, get going in the morning, finish up tomorrow, get there, see if they got an empty for me by tomorrow. I'm reloading in Edgerton, Kansas on Friday, so hopefully get something going. Anyway, that's about it for the minute. Let me get on up the road and see if anything's going on. Oh, if anybody wondered, Selena started her new job yesterday. She's working at a plastics manufacturing plant. Her and the other kid, the older one, Dustin, he works there already. But she's working there. She worked there yesterday for the first day and said she really liked it. It was kind of cool. So, good times there. That means we're getting full benefits in 30 days, which was a big thing to us. You know, that her running around on the road with me was cool, but we're paying out like over $700 for medical insurance every month, and then it doesn't cover very much either. It's just catastrophic insurance, so we're putting out for prescriptions and whatever, all this stuff too, at cash value. So getting this insurance is a lot better. It's more comprehensive, and it's only like $200 a month for full bennies, along with dental and vision. So we can finally be like regular people again and have full medical insurance. Oh my God. Anyway, she's doing that. I'm doing this for the moment. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Get it? It's coming around pretty soon. It's going to be time to, I was talking about the last video too, 25 years of trucking. I'm just back to being a company driver, basically. It's like, what else is going on out there in the world? Maybe it's time to look at other options. There's a million other ways to make money out there in the world. Maybe it's time to go find one. I don't know. Start me an OnlyFans, showing off my taint, something. I don't know. Anyway, be back in a bit.
With turquoise and real diamonds.